right now, it's getting ready for playoff season, and everybody's jostling for position. And the two teams that we're going to talk about here are really going to get after it because in the past 2 seasons, these games have come down to the last possession. And yes, we're talking about Findlay and St. John's. The Trojans will make the trip up 75 north as they go to St. John's to take on the Titans. This is going to be an epic battle because we got another game of 2 great quarterbacks, and you're talking about guys like Ryan Montgomery. This is a freshman phenom. We've seen this often in the track over the years. You've seen Riley Keller do it. You've seen Brogan Roback. And recently you've seen Brady Lichtenberg get his chance as a freshman to make big plays. But this freshman right here, he is standing amongst the crowd. Last week versus Clay High School, averaging 74% completion rate on his pass, finding his targets, Ben Ireland and company, for making big plays. But you got to think, St. John's isn't going to let this thing go away. You saw what happened last week. Juju exploded on the offensive side as he had multiple touchdowns, and he also rallied his team to a victory on the defense and the offensive side. We talked about the quarterbacks from Findlay. Now you got to talk about St. John's young gun. And we're talking about Blake Lichtenberg. Yes, this is a big-time football player, and he's developed over the season. As the season's going on, he's starting to learn how to use his legs a little bit better, get out the pocket, and make big plays. And that's what they're going to have to continue to do if they want to get one versus the Findlay Trojans. He's going to have to find his playmakers like Tommy Gallagher in the open field, but they're going to have to worry about players on the other side of the football. For Findlay, you got Ross, Terrion Ross. He's going to make some plays in that secondary. You got to find a way to keep the ball away from him because he can make a lot of interceptions and change the game in a heartbeat. But when you talk about game changers, you also got to talk about the big-time player in Maddie Swift. Maddie Swift has stepped up a lot for this football team in big-time moments, and that's somebody else that they'll have to key in on. And when you talk about the offensive line, Findlay, they've shown that they have the size up front with big Searles. You have Montgomery, not the quarterback, but the bigger brother, Luke Montgomery. This is a big offensive line. They like to move bodies around, and if they can get the ground game going, mixed with that 5-wide offense, they're going to be threatening to any team. And for St. John's, they're going to have another heartbreak battle here because this is a game that they can't let slip away as they're jostling for position here in the playoffs still late in the track. Now, both of these teams may be out of contention to win the conference, but this is a conference battle that has turned into a rivalry. 2 teams fighting for pride, all on the line. Friday night. We'll see you there.